I'm Erica Ress Martin, and this is Spark Boca Grande TV. It's our first live stream. Remember, it's live, so anything can happen.
Welcome. I'm Ed Gross, author of His Second Act, a comedy in 3 acts. The play was written for the stage, though, so for this reading of it, you'll just have to use your imagination. I'll help by reading the stage directions for you. I hope you enjoy the show, and now here's the cast to introduce themselves.
Hello, my name's Chris Doubles, and I'm playing the part of Reggie Barlow, the self-absorbed comedian and actor.
Hi, I'm Sally Johnson, and I'm playing Reggie Barlow's wife, Ellen. I've recently been in a car accident, so I am temporarily in a wheelchair.
Hey, James Martin playing Randy Solomon, a comedy writer.
Hi, I'm Linda Rollison. I'm playing the role of Crystal, the nurse, who was hired to take care of Ellen.
Hi, I'm Elaine Skypala, and I get to play 2 parts. I play Joni, the actress, and Laurie, the nurse.
Hi, I'm Maggie Bush, and I'm playing the role of Ruth, a British actress.
Hi, I'm Meryl Schaefer, and I'm playing the role of Sally, a comedian.
And now, Act 1, Scene 1. It's January of the year 2006. Imagine a bare stage in a comedy club with comedian Reggie Barlow sitting on a stool, holding a hand mic in front of a fake brick wall.
I hate to admit it, but my wife and I have been going through something of a rough patch. I'm sure it will blow over. It's been going on, let's see, just about 3 or 4 years. And it's reached the point, you'll have experienced this yourself, no doubt, where instead of handing things to each other, we'll just throw them. I'll say, here's your pen, or here's your keys, or she'll say, here's your laptop, here's your bowling ball. Oh, yes, she is tough. So I guess I shouldn't have been surprised when she suggested that we take separate vacations this coming year. Well, a little surprise possibly, since I'm on the road without her about 6 months a year. I asked where she'd go, and she had a very definite idea. She wanted to travel to Omaha. Why Omaha? Well, perhaps it's a coincidence. She very well may have made the plan before she learned that her high school boyfriend had recently divorced and moved to Omaha. She did not, however, offer a suggestion for my vacation spot, although when I objected to Omaha, she did tell me where to go. I don't think that would qualify as a vacation. Too hot, am I right? So, I've written a little something to share with you about adultery. Because to quote my wife, you know what they say, write what you know. Well, as you are no doubt well aware, statistics prove that men are much more likely to cheat than women. Who then, I ask you, are they cheating with? Each other? Or is there a whole subset of indiscriminate adulterous women out there who are having sex with all those extra men? And if so, how do I meet one? Oh, perhaps there's a website, wiveswhothinklikemen.com, or, oh, 2ofusfor3ofyou.com, or, oh wait, I know, just like your wife, only horny.com. I think we're ready to tackle the big question, you and I. Why is adultery so often a deal breaker for American marriages? Speaking from experience, I bet you actually thought I'd complete that sentence. No, I'm not as stupid as I look. Close, but never mind. Now, I don't want you to think I'm personally opposed to fidelity. I mean, if a couple wants to have sex in the same way, in the same bed, with the same person for, say, 40 or 50 years, who am I to deny their well-earned place in the Guinness Book of Records? But if you and I are to be honest, we must admit it's just not logical. Let's say you're 30 years old and you just got married. How would you feel right then having sex with a 60-year-old? Not good, I imagine. And yet, 30 years of marriage later, boom, there you are. It's quite different in Europe, you know. As you no doubt have heard, adultery is much more commonplace there. French women, for example, laugh at Americans' insistence on fidelity. They're so much more worldly, really, than Americans. Compare the French too, for example. Oh, I don't know. My first wife, the gap was considerable. Okay, let's call it a night for now. I need to go home and enjoy a nice warm beer. That's right, warm. I really am British. Then I'll cuddle up with my loyal wife, or perhaps with my mistress. You'll never know which. Now, thank you and good night all.
Act 1, Scene 2. We're now in the living room of Reggie and his wife Ellen's upscale New York City apartment.
Reggie, is that you?
No, it's a burglar. So if you wouldn't mind going back to bed, I'll just ransack the house, have my way with you, and be off.
Ellen enters in a wheelchair.
Want a drink?
Very hospitable of you, darling. When I borrowed the key, Reggie said you were an amiable sort. Perhaps I won't tie you up to ravish you after all.
Fine. Fix me one too, would you, Reg? I can't sleep.
Rye?
Oh, yes, you are, dear. Personally, I tend to be more acerbic.
That's my girl, right back at me at 2:30 in the morning.
So, how did the show go?
Oh, you know, the usual. Packed house, standing ovations, groupies ripping my clothes off.
No, seriously.
Seriously? Mediocre house. Half of the new stuff didn't fly. And only one groupie, and she wasn't much of a lay.
Ah,
That's exactly the kind of laugh my new material received. Ha! And how was your evening?
nothing special. Watched some TV. I read a while. Aches and pains and oxycodone. Oh, wait, that reminds me. The new nurse started. Got here about 6. She's been asleep in the guest room since 11.
Oh, well, and how does she strike you?
Too young, too pretty, and much too shapely, if you ask me.
Oh, that's simply awful. I'll call to have her replaced immediately. Huh, I don't suppose she's a druggie.
Why? I doubt she's going to score coke for you.
Then, how could you say such a thing to a recovering addict? No, based on your description, I was thinking she'd be a rather excellent candidate for a strip search.
Are you coming to bed?
I think I'll stay up and get soused. Maybe I'll try to rewrite a few pages before Solly drops off by tomorrow.
When am I going to read this alleged play you two have been concocting?
Oh, I don't know. It's a very slow process. How long do you intend to live?
With you? What time is it now?
Past your bedtime, I'd say. Now, here's your drink. Roll along and go to bed, and I'll be in likely in about an hour or so.
Roll along, huh? Very amusing. Tease the cripple, why don't you? I said tease the... Never mind. Try not to wake me when you stumble in.
Yes, right, sure. Whatever you say, Captain Ironside.
Fuck you, darling.
Oh, fuck you too, dear. Only not tonight. You know I'm too tense after a show.
Ellen exits and Reggie sets up his laptop. He puts his drink down next to it. And Reggie speaks.
Oh, I guess I'll print out the last few pages. Oh, shit.
What?
Reggie has to contort to reach the printer from his seat, and he accidentally has knocked his drink onto the floor. He runs into the kitchen, and the nurse, Crystal, enters.
What?
Reggie returns with a roll of paper towels to mop up the spill.
Oh, you asked how she's doing? Well, she was okay a minute ago. Then I threw a pan of water at her and the miserable witch melted. Stand back while I mop up her remains.
Ah, you're the comedian.
Oh, yes. And who said nurses aren't bright? You're brilliant, darling. What gave me away?
I'm Miss Montrose, Crystal, and you're Mr. Barlow.
Oh, two and two together again. You're a marvel, you are.
Right. Would you like some help?
It's Reggie, and that's all right, dear.
I don't mind. I always find it so hard to sleep the first night in a new place.
Ooh, perhaps you lack company.
Wow, that was fast.
Beg pardon?
Usually takes the man of the house at least a few days. My personal record was 2 minutes, and you beat that by about a minute and a half.
So, it's a hazard of the trade, hey?
Just like the uniform.
Merely a bit of fun, sweetheart. From now on, I'll just bite my tongue.
I'm going to be extra careful around you. Keep my distance, everything's so professional.
Oh, now that would be sad indeed.
I'll get the rest of the mess.
Honestly, dear, you can stop now. I'll finish the mopping. I hate to see a woman on her knees.
All right.
Not in every situation, of course. You might try it in a short skirt next time.
I'll keep that in mind.
See that you do. Yes, well, good night, Crystal.
Good night, Mr. Barlow.
Reggie.
Okay. Can I ask you something, Reggie? No, never mind. I'm keeping you from your work.
Oh, no, very considerate, I'm sure, but really, ask away. I'll latch on to any excuse not to concentrate on my writing.
Okay, then how did it happen?
Well, I'm afraid I put my drink down right here, and then I leaned over to turn on the printer and... Oh, you refer to the accident. Have a seat. I'll recount the story. It was a dark and stormy night.
Okay, good night.
No, really. It actually was a dark and stormy night. We were returning from a delightful evening with friends in the country, someplace they call New Jersey, I believe. Anyway, I had, and this will come to no shock to you, more than one G&T. Ellen insisted on driving. She thought she had missed her turn onto the approach to the bridge and stepped on the brake quite hard. A poor decision in retrospect, and that it caused us to spin around about 270 degrees. Oh, this left us nosed out into the lane of oncoming traffic, and oncoming SUV to be exact. It is SUV, isn't it? SVU, that's that television show, yes? I occasionally confuse the two.
SUV.
Yes, well, whatever it was, slammed right into the driver's side door, shattering a femur and breaking a hip, not to mention all the bruises and contusions, these all belonging to Ellen. Yours truly escaped free of harm, although I must say an exploded airbag is more than a tad uncomfortable.
You poor thing.
Oh, luckily, the SVU driver had only minor injuries and maintained the presence of mind to call 911. Ambulance and tow truck arrived simultaneously and carried their victims to hospital and service station respectively. Sadly, neither fared very well, although Ellen is at least being expected to be back on the road eventually. The BMW, sad to say, breathed its last.
So, the prognosis is for Mrs. Barlow's eventual full recovery?
You read her chart, no doubt. An impatient patient, though. I do hope you have the stamina to keep up with her.
Not to worry. By the way, why a nurse? Seems to me she needs a home health aide and a physical therapist.
Just a slight touch of hypochondria. She believes the damage to her hip has affected the nerves and digestive systems also. Can't convince her otherwise. Perhaps you can? Although if you did, you might knock yourself out of a job.
Well, good night again. See you in the AM.
Oh, very doubtful. PM is much more my cup of tea. Ellen rises early and most days goes back for a nap after her lunch. I'll see you around 2, unless you take advantage of her nap to take one of your own.
Not a bad idea.
Perhaps I'll join you.
You?
For lunch, for heaven's sakes, for lunch.
Act 1, Scene 3. It's the next day. Reggie and his writing partner, Sally, are working on a play.
What's next?
We need to go for a laugh.
Okay.
Sally heads to the front door.
Well, where the hell are you going?
Going for a laugh. There's a new comedy club on 83rd.
And screw the script then?
Sorry to say, Reg, but the script has been good and truly screwed from the beginning. We're on page 17, and what we got is a comedy with fewer laughs than, oh, I don't know, The Elephant Man? Here's an idea. Let's go for a grin.
Oh, a bit harsh, don't you think?
The Crucible was funnier.
That Miller fellow was a card.
A regular laugh riot.
Oh, I suppose you're right. The Crucible crack was funnier than anything we've written so far.
Time to start over?
Ooh, indeed. Time to start over indulging. Beer or scotch?
No thanks. Scotch for you, though. We need that psycho brain of yours to loosen up.
Me? I'd assumed you were a drill instructor if I didn't know it was you just with that stick up your arse.
I'm sorry, but if you expect me to be insulted, you're going to have to learn to say ass and not arse.
I have a wonderful retort, but I'll just let that parse.
Do me a favor. Remind me why we're doing this.
Simple, Solly. We're doing it because we're funnier apart and funnier together. We're doing it because it works. It'll be a hit show on Broadway and then a movie starring Hugh Grant as me. We're doing it because you quit doing stand-up and we're trying to create a career for you that doesn't involve the phrase, "Would you care to see a dessert menu?"
Point taken. Maybe we should start over.
Fine. I'm in.
Look, I stink. What you should actually do is start over without me.
Oh, utter nonsense. You're simply not yourself today.
I know.
Really, you're not yourself, and whoever you are isn't very funny. Perhaps you're Bill O'Reilly.
Listen.
Vin Diesel?
Reg.
Oh wait, Dick Cheney.
Can we talk?
Of course. I thought that, I could have sworn that's what we were doing. Although, if you want to change things up, perhaps we could try pantomime.
This is serious, pal. I met a girl.
Just to be clear, when you say girl, we don't mean actually under the age of consent, do we?
No. Amber is probably 25, 26.
Oh, thank goodness.
I met her online about a month ago when Sharon was at her mother's.
Online? Oh, were you on one of those dreadful matchmaking sites? Shame, shame. By the way, is there an atheist mingle? I don't suppose you mentioned in your profile that you're currently living with someone, namely your wife.
Matchmaking sites? God, no. What gave you that idea?
Oh, I don't know. Could have been you. You know, when you said you met this young girl online.
Online at Bank of America, smart guy. I was waiting to cash a check and got to talking. In a couple of minutes, we found out that we had a million things in common.
And what, pray tell, do you have in common with a girl in her 20s? Oh, wait, let me guess. Stiletto heels? Oh, wait, a preference for L'Oreal or Clairol? Oh, I know. You have all the same apps on your phone.
Can you please take this serious for a minute? I'm having an affair and I don't know what to do.
I grant you that does sound serious. If you're having an affair and don't know what to do, trust me, it won't last long. Even a young girl like that expects a man of your age to know what's what and what goes where.
Now you're funny?
Sorry, plow ahead.
Okay, so this is where I am. I still love Sharon, but Amber is, I don't know, special. Maybe a once in a lifetime thing. I mean, she gets me in a way Sharon never did. And she has this laugh. God damn it, it thrills me. And she's no dope either. She's a public defender. Really wants to make a difference in the world. Reg, she tells me about cases and I can listen forever. And I don't even like legal shit. Never watched a single episode of Law and Order. And oh, did I mention she's gorgeous?
Oh, went without saying.
Slim and elegant and sexy and with this amazing smile that just takes over her whole face. I dare anyone to look at that smile and not smile back. It's crazy. I don't know if I'm in love or just in heat, but I can't get enough of her and it's eating me up. Look, you know, the last thing I ever wanted to do is hurt Sharon, but oh shit, this will kill her if she ever finds out. She'll never forgive me. Sharon has her set beliefs and she doesn't give an inch when it comes to how she sees right and wrong. You know that. She left Fred because she didn't approve of gambling and he only played the slots that one time and he won. But god damn it, I need to tell her. I know it'll blow up my marriage, so I can't, right? But I think I have to.
Well, that's clear.
No, of course not. It's a mess. I'm beside myself, and neither of me has a clue what to do.
Well, I know what I'd do.
You do? What? What?
Oh, I'd have as much sex with the girl as I could manage, and I'd keep it absolutely quiet. I'd swear her to secrecy and wouldn't tell a soul. The last person I'd tell Solly is some blabbermouth comic who thinks everything in his life has a place in his stand-up act.
Excuse me, Carlo?
Oh, Reggie.
Excuse me, Reggie. Mrs. Barlow is napping. I'm going to run out for about an hour, but I left my cell number on the fridge if she wakes up and you need me.
Okay, thanks for running out for us, but wait just a moment, Crystal. My friend, Mr. Solomon here needs a woman's opinion, and well, you're a woman.
Damn, what gave me away?
Can you spare a minute or so for a man in desperate straits?
Leave the woman alone, Reg. Thanks anyway.
Crystal?
Not so fast, my friend. Crystal, this is Randy Solomon. Solly, he really does need help. You're a nurse, so I believe you have no choice. Help is in your job description.
Okay, if this is real, I'll listen, but please make it quick. I need to be back before she wakes up.
I feel stupid.
You're a man. Stupid might be,
Oh, in your DNA?
right?
Thanks a bunch. Fair point, though.
Tell the girl your problem, won't you?
You sure you don't mind?
No, I'm far from sure. But my employer here seems to think I can help, so what the hey?
I'm married and I just got involved with a younger woman.
And he blurts it right out.
There's not much more to it, really. On the one hand, I feel like I need to tell my wife. But on the other hand, I don't want to put a light to the fuse that would blow up my marriage.
Any children?
Just me.
That sounds about right. So, you think you're in love, but you're not ready to leave your wife.
Exactly.
And you want me to tell you that it's okay to have your cake and eat it.
No pun intended, I'm sure.
Just tell me what you think I should do, remembering that I don't want to hurt my wife.
See?
Is it?
No, for heaven's sakes, it's impossible.
I knew it. But what would you do if you were me?
If I were you, would I have access to a time machine?
Probably not.
Yeah, you can't go back before you started cheating. Then you're screwed. Damned if you do, Damned if you don't.
Damned because you already did.
Look, if you're gonna lie your fool head off and hope your romance fades away before your wife finds out, you don't need my advice. So, as I see it, you've only got one choice. You have to break it off with the girlfriend. Wait, maybe two choices. Is suicide out of the question?
I guess you're right. If my wife ever found out, she'd make me wish I had opted for suicide.
Glad to help. Keep an ear out for your wife while I'm out, okay?
Okay, Crystal, of course, but ears are always out. Sure you don't want to choose a different body part?
He's awful, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Good then. We're all in agreement. See you later.
That's just great. I can lie or I can make her cry.
Or die? All right, fine. I'll tell you my own story.
Does it have a happy ending?
Certainly, in the sense that I'm not dead.
So far.
Oh, honestly, Solly, I've never told this to anyone before, so you should really feel quite privileged. You remember 5 or 6 years ago, I was on the circuit. One week I'm in the Upside Down Frown in Mobile. The next week I'm in Modesto at Skits and Giggles. Ellen and I had been married for about 7 years at that point, and the old itch wanted a bit of scratching. Now, it wasn't as if I had a gaggle of groupies after each show, but there was this one waitress at the Knee Slapper in St. Louis. Thought I was hilarious. She asked me to have a drink after the show. During said cocktail, the jukebox starts to play some old Motown hits. And well, we start to dance. After Hear It Through the Grapevine and Proud Mary, someone, and it wasn't me, I swear, selects When a Man Loves a Woman. I start to walk off, but Melanie had a better idea. She pulled me close and nestled her head in my neck. Oh, frankly, I've always been a sucker for the smell of perfume on a woman. Or shampoo, or soap for that matter. Anyway, my motel room was right next door, and one thing led to about 69 others. And we...
A one-night stand? That hardly compares.
Ellen enters unseen.
Did I say anything about a one-night stand? Au contraire, old friend. I had booked myself into a month run there in St. Louis, and anywhere else I could find within a couple hours drive of her. And I repeated that process every 3 to 4 months for a couple of years.
Until Ellen found out about her?
Way to jump the gun. Would you care to finish the story for me?
Sorry.
Ellen never did find out.
Ellen never found out, did she?
Oh, hello, darling. Yes, I was just saying that you never found out how Seinfeld ended. You know, remember you missed the final episode and refused to watch the rerun.
Very smooth. Goodbye, Randall. So sorry you have to run, but you're very busy and you just can't stay one more minute.
Bye, Ellen. Thanks for reading my mind. What am I thinking of now?
Well, you're a man, so that's easy. But for God's sake, I'm in a wheelchair and I'm your best friend's wife, so it's neither appropriate nor possible.
God, you're good.
Yeah. Don't tell me, tell him.
God, she's, you know. Oh, see you back at the drawing board on Thursday. About 2?
Right. And you know what you could bring that would be a little bit helpful?
No, what?
A fucking idea.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I sense I'm about to require an abundance of good luck.
Later, pal.
You miserable bastard.
I'm truly sorry, sweetheart.
Oh, damn right you are. You are the sorriest piece of crap I've ever had the misfortune
To marry?
No, to know, to trust, to, oh, God damn it, Reg. Why?
I know, I'm sorry. Obviously, I'm the only man in the world who ever spent a lot of time on the road and given in to his sexual impulses. Wait, what say we call the Times and give them an exclusive, eh?
Really, really? That's where you're going to go with this? You're hiding behind the everybody does it defense? You miserable bastard.
You're repeating yourself, darling.
And I'm going to keep repeating myself until you come up with a better answer. I may be saying it for the rest of our marriage, you miserable bastard.
Fair enough. But you've established that there will be a rest of the marriage.
Oh, yeah, sure, Reg. Let's time how long it takes me to get to a divorce lawyer on the phone. And go.
Wait. I surrender. I am a miserable bastard. Or I was. I ended it about 5 years ago and swear I've been a good boy ever since.
And I'm supposed to believe that because?
Excellent question. I don't suppose saying Scout's honor would do the trick, or my atheistic hand on a Bible. Oh, go ahead. Tell me what I could possibly do or say that could convince you, and I'll do it.
I don't know. I'm too upset to think clearly.
Right. Let's wait until you've calmed down and discuss this then. How is July of next year for you?
Oh, God damn it, Reggie. This isn't funny.
I know that. For now, just you have to believe me. I have scratched my 7-year itch, and that's all there was to it.
Fine. Then you sleep on the couch from now on.
I'm terribly sorry, you know.
About screwing around or lying?
Wait, that's a trick question, no?
You miserable bastard.
Oh, still running a bit low on those adjectives, are you?
Oh, you lousy, lying, little lustful, lecherous, lily-livered, no good, pathetic, slimy, smug, self-centered, stinking, untrustworthy, unctuous, unfaithful.
Ah, much better.
Oh, wait, I'm not done with the yous yet.
Oh, sorry. Could have sworn you'd run out.
Unbelievably miserable bastard.
Ellen exits, slamming the door behind her. Now it's Act 1, Scene 4. It's a week later. We find Reggie on his couch reading a magazine as Crystal enters.
Well, Ellen's napping.
Uh-huh.
You want to talk?
Oh, no, I always move my lips when I read.
Do you want to talk to me?
It's football. You're not interested in English football, are you?
Okay, very funny. Now you can quit pretending to be a jerk.
And thank you for assuming that I'm only pretending.
All right, fine then. I guess it's up to me. About last night?
You want to discuss a Rob Lowe Demi Moore movie?
No,
Did you know it was based on sexual perversity in Chicago?
What? Where?
Sexual perversity in Chicago. That's not an item on my bucket list either. It's a play. It's by the great David Mamet.
I just want to make sure we're both clear about what's going on between us.
I see, but is that actually necessary? It all seemed delightfully clear to me.
Really?
Well, yes, it was late. We shared some wine. I made you laugh. When we reached for the potato chips at the same time, our hands touched. You looked at me, I looked at you, and suddenly we both knew what would happen if we let it. And we did.
Wow.
Indeed. And while you skipped over quite a few preliminaries there, wow is certainly where I ended up.
I mean, wow. It's all that neat and simple to you. Nothing to it, no feelings, no one gets hurt, just a quick roll in the hay, and then back to normal as if nothing happened.
Unless you want to have another go.
I beg your pardon.
Best to leave it alone, don't you think?
Best for who?
For whom?
Best for whom, you stinker? I felt like we had a real connection. Wait, do you think I just fall into bed with anyone who's interested?
Oh, Crystal, on present evidence, I'd have to say yes. But then again, you've only been here a week or so, and I wouldn't really know now, would I? Look, I find you extremely attractive. You apparently find me attractive enough. You're living here without friends or family, so I imagine you're a little lonely. I'm living here with a wife who hasn't been capable of sex for months, and now wouldn't even if she could. So I'm more than a little lonely. You seem like a very sweet girl, and I'm
Adulterous creep.
not exactly what I was searching for. Look, honestly, I'm very sorry you're upset. It was not my intention to take advantage of you.
So, then you did it unintentionally?
No. I wouldn't say that, but
It's fine. Forget it. I'll chalk it up to experience and tell the agency to find me another position as soon as possible.
oh dear, I hate to see you go, but I guess if that's how you feel.
It is. I think it is. Oh, I don't know how I feel.
Ooh, if it helps, I remember exactly how you feel. It was quite nice.
Stop it.
All right. But if there's any chance I could feel you again, it would make me very happy.
Oh my God.
The truth is, I'd very much like you to stay. I'd like to get to know you much better, and I'd most definitely like to have Ashley again.
Very romantic.
Oh, make love to you again?
Stop. You're sweeping me off my feet.
I've been known to have that effect.
Reggie stands and moves toward her.
Oh, what the hell?
They embrace and kiss as Ellen enters unseen.
Reggie, would you mind? Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit. It was nothing, Ellen, really, honestly, an innocent kiss.
I don't believe that for a second.
No, I don't suppose you would.
No.
Does that mean that you wouldn't believe she had an Oreo crumb stuck to her lip, which I stupidly tried to remove with my teeth? You know how much I love Oreos.
Oh, for God's sake, Reggie, stop joking. I was just getting past the worst part of my anger over the affair that you admitted to. And now what happens? I come into my own living room and I find you kissing my damn nurse right under my nose.
Well, to be fair, it was under her nose.
Oh, Reginald Barlow, you make one more joke, I swear you will be the one that needs a nurse.
Okay, you caught me red-handed. I'm a horny bastard, and you've not exactly available, dear. Couldn't you maybe just this once cut me a little slack?
Slack? Yeah, I'll give you slack, all right.
Go ahead. I won't defend myself. Take your best shot.
Okay, lie down on the floor so I can roll over your head.
Joking, no matter how bad things get. That's my girl.
Oh, no, you've got that wrong.
Not my girl?
Not joking.
Oh, well, you didn't mean that.
Don't I?
Reggie throws himself onto Ellen's lap.
Here, I'll make it easy for you.
Ellen pushes him off.
Good. That's a start. Now, please, let me make it up to you.
I don't really see how. I mean, you can't afford a castle in Spain, can you? No. My own limo and driver? Of course not. Okay, so here's a start. You can wait on me hand and foot. You can take it all over. The food shopping, laundry, cooking, and cleaning.
Until you're better?
Until hell freezes over?
Act 1, Scene 5. It's the very next day. Ellen is in her wheelchair in the living room. She's reading as Solly enters.
Where's the little Brit?
The little shit?
Not exactly what I said, but okay, so where is he?
Oh, he's probably right where I told him to go.
Yeah, and where's that?
Him? Hell. Have you looked in hell?
Not too happy, are we?
Good guess. He's probably off somewhere screwing his new little girlfriend.
Excuse me?
I said new little girlfriend, my nurse, Crystal, something or other. Don't tell me that you don't know.
Me? No. Didn't know. No.
No?
No.
No. Well, that's established. Anything else?
I guess you can tell him I was here. And tell him everything's good with Sharon. The Bank America is finished. He'll understand.
If you say so.
Yeah, we were supposed to work on the play now. Listen, do you want to talk about it?
The play?
The nurse.
Well, what's there to say? Huh. Your pal's a worm, the nurse is a slut, and I'm stuck in a wheelchair for another 6 weeks. At the end of time, I'll be able to stand up and kick the bastard in his stupid arse. Unless they run off together before that, in which case I'll kick it in court and divorce the SOB. Any more questions?
Let me think. Oh, I know. What would you use to get Weinstein out of corduroy?
And you know what the worst part is?
Sure, the corduroy were a birthday gift from Sharon.
Oh, the worst part is he is going to use this whole business in his act.
You don't know that.
Oh, no, don't I? Yeah. Tell me, do you remember what happened on my birthday a few years ago? That's right. I tried to slip my bra off in the foyer on the way into the apartment. I got caught on my shirt, and while Reggie was opening the door, I accidentally flashed my entire birthday party. Surprise birthday party.
Hard to forget that.
Yeah, well, you were out of town that night, and the only way you know about it is the 5 minutes that Reggie did it on The Tonight Show.
Geez, that was funny. Leno just couldn't let it go.
Thank you.
All right, I guess I see your point.
Any way this plays out, the only thing for sure is that my part in it is to be humiliated.
I guess, but you've got to be pretty used to it by now, right?
Maybe.
Of course, like the world already knows that you snore like, well, an asthmatic goose. And, oh yeah, you wear your grandmother's ugly necklace for luck.
Ugly?
Pretty ugly. And every Reggie fan knows that when you broke up with your high school boyfriend, he stole a pair of your day of the week panties that said Saturday. So for laughs, Reggie keeps writing a big SAT period on the back of all your panties, and you hate being touched on your ass.
Oh, enough.
Even during sex.
I know. But now wait, that last part about touching me there was never in Reggie's act?
Oh no, I thought it was. Maybe not. Maybe it's something I remember from that time Reggie was on the road and you and I.
Oh, was that you?
Oh, very funny. When Sharon walked out on me about a month before our wedding, you were very consoling.
I guess.
Very, very consoling.
Solly kneels down next to the wheelchair and strokes her face. Ellen turns to him and they embrace, but Reggie enters unseen.
Oh, Randy.
No, really, sex with you was amazing.
Amazing? Really? Even in a wheelchair?
No, not in a wheelchair.
So it was amazing before that.
Not was. Did I say was? I meant could be.
You were hoping.
No, I meant would be.
Then she was offering.
No, I meant that's.
No, nice try, Randy. Let me handle this.
Aha. I return to apologize, and now, not so much.
Reggie turns to leave. Ellen rolls after him as quickly as she can.
Oh, wait, Reggie, let's talk.
Ellen bumps into the furniture and falls out of the wheelchair. Her skirt flies up to reveal her panties that say SAT on them. Reggie goes over to help her up.
I'm all right. Just leave me alone. Oh, Reg, I'm sorry.
I know it sucks, but you know what? I have another hilarious 5 minutes for Leno.
Reggie pats her butt.
Damn it.
Act 2, Scene 1. It's 6 months later. that 6 months have gone by since the end of Act One. We're in Reggie's living room again, but now it looks like it's been redecorated. The furniture is all different, but all the pieces are in the same places. Reggie is walking around, speaking into a bud vase as if it were a microphone.
My wife and I was in a car accident. It was awful. She was speeding. You know, she couldn't wait to get home. Then all of a sudden, boom, an accident. Peed everywhere. Love the new floor mats, though. Oh, shit. Not funny. Not funny at all. Think. Okay. I hate to say it, but my wife has become a hypochondriac ever since her car accident. Wait, what? What are you all laughing at? Just because she broke her hip and 3 leg bones and landed in a wheelchair doesn't mean she isn't faking some of it. Oh, my hip. Oh, Reggie, get me my pain medicine. I know. I sound unsympathetic, but I'm really not. I know what it is to suffer with medical issues. Acid reflux is no picnic, I'll tell you that.
Funny stuff. I like it. Is that part of the play you're writing?
No. Just working up some new material for my club act.
I'd like to come and see you if you're playing around.
Why, Miss Englehart, I'm surprised at you. I'm not playing around. This is my job. It's serious.
Call me Laurie, and I meant if you're playing around here.
Now I'm aghast, Laurie. What makes you think I'd play around here of all places? What if my wife were to find out?
Now you're embarrassing me.
Sorry there. I was aiming to delight you. Greatly overshot the mark, I'd say.
I'll recover.
Good. And speaking of delight, I must say, you're quite a welcome addition around here, or so my wife tells me. So far, I see no reason to disagree.
Thank you, kind sir.
Certainly an improvement over some of the help we've had in the past. Take the prudish limping dragon lady, for example. Oh. Now, Mr. Barlow, we'll have none of that off-color remarks, or I'll be forced to whack you in the posterior with my broom. Ugh, I suggested she hop on it and fly back home.
Very nice.
Then there was Eleanor. She was a wall-eyed Scottish former nanny who addressed us both as sweetums. It was particularly poor that she used the same name for the both of us, since we could never tell which one of us she was looking at. Had a weakness for sherry, that one. Oh, I'll just take a wee dram of sherry, if you don't mind. Well, we didn't mind until we found her passed out, face down in the bathroom at 10 a.m. in the morning. Oh, I don't know what came over me. Guess I had one too many of me spells.
Is that another excerpt from your act?
No, but now it will be. Oh dear. You'll hurt your wee belly laughing so. Perhaps you'll join me for a wee sherry after I return for my wee.
If you were serious about the drink, never on the job.
Oh, look at that. 5 o'clock. Time for you to go.
What a shame. And I was having so much fun.
A shame indeed.
Do you know what I'm like when I'm off duty?
Do I?
Do you know what I like to do when I'm off duty?
Oh, well, do tell.
I like to share a wee sherry with whoever's at hand, or a large Guinness, if you have.
Oh, back in a jiff. Make yourself comfortable. Hey, how long have you been with us now?
Let's see. I started yesterday morning.
That recently? I could have sworn you'd been here Monday a week.
Really? And we didn't meet until after lunch when Mrs. B took her nap.
You've made a very good impression, you.
Great. You have too. Can I tell you something?
Reggie returns with the drinks.
It'll be a rather lopsided conversation if you can't.
It's kind of embarrassing.
Shall I hide my eyes?
I have to admit, I've been a fan of yours for years.
Have you now?
For sure. I've gone to see you 3 or 4 times, and I loved your HBO special.
Which one?
The first one, I think, it was called Bad to the Funny Bone, right? Was there a second? I hope not. I can't believe I missed one.
No, not on HBO. They did have me on Comedy Central twice.
Gee, did I see those?
I don't know. Shall I call and ask them?
No, that's rhetorical. Oh, now you're teasing me.
Ah, an efficient nurse, a devoted fan, and quite perceptive.
I believe I did see at least one on Comedy Central.
Well, cheers. And how have you taken to our Mrs. B so far?
Honestly?
No, tell me a big, huge whopper. Oh, you're Catholic and you suspect strongly that my wife deserves a canonization. No, wait, I have it. You've recognized that my wife is a truly beautiful human being. You've fallen madly in love with her and want to whisk her away to your love nest in Provincetown.
She is a bit of a pain, isn't she?
So, no love to nest in Provincetown then?
Not likely.
Oh, roommates in Greenwich Village out of the question as well?
Afraid so.
You'll stay on here, though,
Oh, of course.
until you go bald.
Okay, I'll bite. Why would I go bald?
Well, if you're anything like me, she'll have you tearing your hair out in no time.
I see. So, a marriage of convenience, was it?
Beg pardon?
Green card for you?
Funny.
Seriously though, if you don't mind my asking, why do you stick around if you think she's so awful?
Really, Laurie? The woman's in a wheelchair. Do I look like Newt Gingrich to you?
I don't know. Put on about 50 pounds, color your hair white, and I'll get back to you.
Touche.
No, I'm sorry for prying. Your marriage is none of my business. It's probably just the Guinness talking.
If that's the Guinness, it has a lovely voice.
Oh, shucks.
Anyway, it's quite all right to ask. I'll spill whatever beans there are if you like.
Sure, spill away.
It began a long time ago.
I think you need to relax.
She massages his shoulders.
Oh,
How's this?
oh, amazing. A little lower.
How's this?
Perfect. Now, where was I?
Back a long time ago.
Oh, right. Should have had a clue during the wedding ceremony. The minister asked me the "do you" question, and I said, and I quote, "Do I ever?" And she kicked me.
Ow!
Quite right, Al. We all laughed, but it really hurt. Never took a sock on or off without wincing until we got back from our honeymoon. A woman has a quick temper, and frankly, she can be vicious.
You poor man.
Shall I tell you about that time she heckled me from the audience?
She didn't.
Yes, she did. I told a joke about my wife not being much of a reader, which, by the way, she isn't, and she took offense. Tried to embarrass me in front of a really good crowd.
Really? How?
Hollered that at least when she reads, it's more than just the captions on porn sites.
That's funny.
Yes, well, points for her. Anyway, I tried to ignore her. You don't want to pull out the big put-downs against your own better half. But she kept it up. Hey, Reg, tell him about the only way you can help out around the house is by firing a maid.
Ouch.
Ouch indeed. And the fact that it was true didn't make it any less painful.
Oh, you can't be that helpless.
Oh no? How many Reggie Barlows does it take to screw in a light bulb?
I give up. How many?
2. Me and someone who actually knows how to do it. Do you
Do I what?
know how to screw? Oh, perhaps I misunderstood the neck massage. No offense taken, I hope.
Oh, no. It comes with the job. Comfy shoes, white clothes, silly hat, drooling come-ons.
That's all right then, as long as Ellen doesn't hear it.
As long as Ellen doesn't hear what?
Oh, nothing, dear. Just having our new nurse here listen to a bit I'm working up for a gig in New Haven. Turns out she's something of a fan.
Be careful. You know, we bombed in New Haven.
Who did?
No, I'm saying Joseph Heller.
Okay. And I'll just say, Philip Roth, your turn.
I mean, Joseph Heller wrote a play called We Bombed in New Haven.
How did it do?
Bombed.
Never tempt fate.
Never tempt critics.
Reggie spills his drink and some goes on the printout of the script he's writing.
Oh no, your script.
Oh dear, clumsy me.
Lori exits the kitchen.
I'll just grab some paper towels.
Oh, thanks, not to worry. I've done this before.
I hope you didn't ruin your script.
No, of course not. Much too late for that. Oh.
Lori returns and kneels down to mop up the spill.
It's all right, really. I'll mop up the rest. I hate to see a woman on her knees.
The actress, Ruth Ogden, enters in a wheelchair. That's because in Act 2, we've actually been watching the play Reggie and Solly were writing in Act 1. Ruth is playing Reggie's wife, Ellen, in his and Solly's play.
He doesn't really, you know.
No, not in every situation, of course. Perhaps in this one, though, you might want to try it in a short skirt next time.
I'll keep that in mind.
See that you do.
Solly enters from the back of the theater.
Okay. Let's hold it right there.
What the fuck are you doing?
What does that sound like? I'm saying hold it. Take 5.
You can't stop a dress rehearsal, Solly. We start previews in a couple of days, for Christ's sake. And we were rolling.
I know I was rolling.
Ruth stands up and walks away from her wheelchair.
Hey, you're the one who said you wanted to work on the scene.
The scene, yes, shithead. The whole scene.
That's how you talk to the director?
No, that's how I talk to shitheads, shithead.
Fine. I'm a shithead. Listen, as long as we've stopped, I have a few notes.
Oh, wait, did you write them down?
Yeah, sure. Got them right here.
Oh, good. That makes it easy then, for you to shove them up your arse.
All righty then. Since our star has just stalked off in a stint, I'll give you a couple of notes, okay? Now, Joni.
Yeah.
Once you start massaging his shoulders, you can turn on the charm. Let's be just a bit sexier.
Yeah, I can turn it up a little, sure. What if I reach around with one hand when I go to massage and rub his chest?
Try it. It may be a little much, but we'll see how it looks. The audience needs to like you, so you can't come on too strong. Just keep the sensuality natural and you'll be all right.
Did you like the way I was looking at him in this scene? I tried to start with slightly more starstruck, so the change to personally interested was more obvious.
Absolutely.
And what was that line I fucked up?
Oh, you corrected it. It's, do you know what I really like when I'm off duty? It doesn't matter. A little flub here and there sounds natural. A little, not a stutter.
Stammer?
Yeah, a little Jimmy Stewart never hurts.
And what have you got for me?
Oh, just keep up the attitude, Ruth. Smart, funny in your own right, and at the end of your rope with Reggie. I'm getting all that with just enough nastiness to make sure the audience stays sympathetic to Reg. I'm not anymore, but the audience should be. Actually, everybody's energy was really good today. Let's take 5 and then pick it up again at the end of Act 1. Joni, would you see where Reg has gotten to and coax him back?
Sure thing, Sully. Maybe I'll rub something other than his stomach.
Oh, you're on your own there, kiddo.
Kidding. Jesus, off stage, I wouldn't touch the fucker.
His wife will be glad to hear that.
Odd. Why would I care?
You wouldn't, but his real wife, Crystal, she definitely might.
Did I hear my name? Hey, hiya, Sally.
Hi, kiddo. Glad to see you. I didn't know you were here. In fact, I thought Reg said you were flying in Saturday to catch the first preview on Sunday.
I couldn't wait anymore. I'm dying to see the show and see myself being played on the stage.
That reminds me, where are my manners? Mrs. Barlow, this is Mrs. Barlow.
I'm very happy to meet you, Ruth. I'm a fan.
As am I. The meet you part, obviously not the fan part. So then, I'm you?
Oh no, I'm the second Mrs. Barlow. Crystal, you're Ellen, the first.
You're the nurse then?
Well, so since I married Reg, I sort of became his manager.
That's interesting.
I'll say, showbiz is so cool. It's a little embarrassing because I'm such a big fan of TV and movies. It's a huge deal for me to meet the people who make it happen. Actors like you and agents and all those movers and shapers and. Ooh, I just noticed. That's so neat.
What, dear?
The apartment. Wow. It's almost like I'm back in Reggie's place on 82nd Street. The furniture's different, but everything's in exactly the same place. Am I in the way?
Not right now, you're not. We're waiting for Reg to come back so we can finish rehearsing for today.
Where'd he go?
Damned if I know. He steamed off. Joni Greenie's looking for him. She's the actress playing you.
Can't wait to meet her. Geez, I've never been on stage before. Wait, unless you count the stage at Ben Franklin Middle School, it was the big spring play, and I was one of the Persians.
Your middle school put on the Persians by Aeschylus?
Huh? No, we put on Cats. I was just in the chorus. Anyway, this is so cool. I almost can't believe it. Anyway, how's it going? Reggie never tells me anything.
This will definitely be the best play I ever directed.
Oh, it is indeed. It's also the
Wow,
best
it
play
is.
he ever directed.
I'll bet you're a natural.
Not if you go by Reggie. Apparently, he was expecting me to be Mike Nichols right off the gate.
Well, that's ridiculous.
You're telling me?
And Mike Nichols is.
Only the greatest. Oh, never mind. He's nobody you know.
Maybe you could introduce me?
I would, but he's also nobody that I know.
Hey, I found our sulker in chief. Schmucko will be back in a minute.
Joni?
Yeah.
I'd like you to meet Crystal.
Mrs. Schmucko.
It's a term of affection.
That's okay. I've called him worse. Joni, may I call you Joni?
Of course.
I'll never forget your performance when I saw you in
The Glass Menagerie. The Taming of the Shrew. The Taming of the Shrew at Lincoln Center.
No, I don't think so.
The most recent Star Trek movie.
No. Were you in that? Wait, I got it. It was the Law and Order episode where you played the young wife of polygamous who was some kind of a crazy Mormon or something.
I remember that episode. But that was Natalie Portman. Or no, it was Jenna Malone.
Who? Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. Are you positive?
Well, no.
Either way, I'm pretty sure it wasn't me. Although I was a lawyer in one, a murder suspect twice, second time, I was the killer.
Well, that's embarrassing. I'm sure I've seen you in lots of things, though. Your face is so familiar, and I just know you're a terrific actress, and I can't believe you're me. Well, more or less me, and I can't wait to see it.
Speaking of which, I think you should hold off until you can see us straight through. We'll be down here in a bit, and then Reggie can take you to lunch. I'll come too if he's still speaking to me.
Okay, you're the boss.
Don't tell him that. You can hang out in the dressing room. I'll let him know you're here.
Bye, everybody. See you at the cast party. Cast party? That is so cool. Crystal Barlow going to a Broadway cast party. Yikers!
Off-Broadway, actually. All righty then. We'll finish up as soon as Reggie returns, hopefully post-pout.
I say,
Okay,
fuck off.
sure.
Let's run
Whatever.
it without her.
I like the thought. Maybe a tad unrealistic, though. Okay, so while we're waiting, have I ever told you about the time that I actually had a slapstick moment?
Slipped on a banana peel, did you?
Close but better. 6 of us were playing poker in my parents' basement. This was right after college. Something was on TV that night that we all wanted to see. Probably a ball game or something. Anyway, I forget. So I went upstairs to bring down my folks' old portable TV, and it was pretty heavy. So I started to lose control of it about halfway down. But I was damned if I was going to let it fall. So I made this heroic effort to keep holding on to it and stay upright as I careened down the stairs. And I made it too, but my foot kicked a paint can off the bottom step. And when it landed, the top rolled off, covering our dog Spanky in a lovely pale blue. I swear you've never, ever heard 5 grown men laugh that loud or that long. And they never let me forget it either.
Here I am, friends. And why should we forget it?
You were there.
The hell I was. But I played in that card game, and you can take it from me. All anyone has to say is paint, portable, or Spanky, and the whole game comes to a screeching halt for about 5 minutes of hysterical, uncontrollable laughter.
Well, your mood seems to have improved, albeit at my expense.
It's true. I can't tell you how much I needed to get off stage for a while. I walked around, I had a coffee, I took a piss. It was wonderful. We must have been out of our minds to write a play where I'm on stage so much of the goddamn time. I know. Let's say we had 10 minutes between each act. Give the audience a chance to relax and refresh. Anyway, I'm ready to blaze on through to the end of the act. Where shall we pick it up, oh wizardly director?
Let's take it from Sally's entrance, assuming she's still back there waiting.
Oh, I'm here, all right.
Great. That means you're done for today, Joni. See you tomorrow at noon.
Can't wait to break some goddamn legs.
Everyone says goodbye as Joni and Sally exit. The others take their places for the act.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Hi, Ellen. Where's the little Brit?
The little shit.
My writing partner, your husband. Call him what you will. Where is he?
I don't know. He might be where I told him to go.
Yeah, where's that?
Oh, hell. Have you looked in hell?
Oh, you're angry.
Okay, so I don't know where he is, but I can guess.
And?
He's probably off somewhere fucking my latest nurse.
No, you're kidding.
If I were kidding, you'd be laughing because I'm funny as hell. The stupid bastard started up again just when he swore he was done screwing around forever. And don't tell me you didn't know.
Well, then I won't. But I didn't.
I don't know why I'm yelling at you. You're about the only woman I can trust him with.
Now that sounds a lot like a compliment, but
Oh, come on. You know what I mean. You're very attractive. That's what he
and
likes.
I get it. Tell him I was here, honey. We were supposed to work on the play now. Listen, do you want to talk about it?
The play?
No, the affair.
I don't know. I don't want to talk about that stupid slut or the nurse either. Look, as long as I'm stuck in a wheelchair, there's not much I can do. But I'll tell you this, Sal, when I stand up out of this goddamn thing in another month or two, I'm going to use my good leg to kick his stupid ass from here to Lancashire. Or maybe I'll just kick the SOB's ass in divorce court. Any questions?
There is one thing.
Shoot.
You wouldn't happen to know how to get a wine stain out of silk, would you?
Red or white?
Actually, neither. It's a lovely mauve with pearl buttons and a scoop neck.
You know what the worst part is, don't you?
Sure, it's the dress I was going to wear to my parents' anniversary party. Come on, I was trying to make you laugh, you know?
The worst part is that he's going to use whatever happens between us in his act.
I guess I could talk to him.
You could try, but he's hopeless. I'll give you a for instance. See if you remember this. It was years ago. The agent Danny Cuccello took a whole bunch of us out fishing on his boat down the Jersey shore. Some of his biggest clients were there.
Like who?
Like Chris Rock and Charlie Sheen. Well, what's the difference? I was sunbathing on the deck, lying on my stomach with my top untied to get an even tan, and I fell asleep. Reggie caught a little fish, and he thought it would be hilarious to throw it on my back. It woke me up, and I whipped around and flashed about 6 of the most famous men I've ever met.
Wow.
That's what Chris Rock said.
I'm sure.
Anyway, you remember that, right?
I'll never forget it.
I figured as much. The thing is, though, it was the year before you and Reggie met. What you're remembering comes from the 5 minutes Reggie did about it on The Tonight Show.
Oh my God. You're right. Well, that was a hell of a funny segment. Leno just couldn't stop giggling.
Thank you.
It was hilarious.
You're proving my point.
And the man paints a hell of a word picture.
He's going to do it to me again, isn't he? Turn this into some kind of a joke on me in front of a national television audience.
Not necessarily.
No, that's true. He could get run over by a bus before his next late show spot with Letterman.
Oh, gee, I would have thought you'd be pretty used to it by now. I mean, like, you don't still mind being teased about snorting like a pig when you laugh, do you?
So some of it wears off over time, sure. That's no excuse for making me a laughingstock. I mean, I really don't understand why everyone needs to know all about my high school sweetheart stealing a pair of my panties when we broke up.
You mean that bit was true?
Yes, it's true, god damn it. Right before he broke up with me, Mark Garvin stole my pair of day of the week panties that said Saturday.
And Reggie occasionally sneaks into your underwear drawer with a black marker and prints SAT on the backs of all your panties. That's true too?
Can we change the subject?
And it really drives you nuts to be touched on the ass?
Sally!
Even during sex?
Wait a second. Reggie never said that in his act.
Well, he must have. Oh, you don't hear everything he says in his act, do you?
Actually, I do. He tries everything out on me first.
You probably forgot.
Does that seem like something I'd forget?
Well, I suppose not. Look, Reggie and I are close. We kind of tell each other everything.
And he told you I won't let him touch my rear end during sex. God damn him!
I'm sorry, hun. Really, I am.
I've got to get even.
Here, touch away.
Oh, with him. Even with him.
I knew that.
Let me think.
Go right ahead.
Shh.
Shushing. Pretend I'm not even here.
I'm going to turn the tables and make him jealous. Let him see how it feels.
Probably a good thought, but a little difficult when you're stuck in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, there's nobody around to make him jealous with, except me.
Good point.
You mean you wanna... Wait, what?
When he opens that door, he's going to find you kissing me like we've been at it for years.
Are you sure? Because I'm certainly game if you are.
Let's give it a trial run, okay?
Whatever you say, gorgeous.
Oh, geez. That's his key in the lock. No time to practice. Dive in.
Sally kneels down next to the wheelchair and strokes her face. Ellen turns to her and they kiss passionately. Reggie opens the door and they pretend not to hear him.
Oh, Sally, do you really think we should start up again?
For Christ's sake, I came back to apologize.
Oh, did you? Well, I guess I'll have to think about that.
Well, never mind, Ellen Subgenerous. I'm leaving you for good. I'll go pack some things.
Reggie turns to leave. Ellen rolls after him as quickly as she can.
Wait up, Reggie. Sally and I aren't really lovers. I was just trying to make you jealous. Oh!
Ellen bumps into the furniture and falls out of the wheelchair. Her skirt flies up to reveal her Saturday panties. Reggie goes over to her.
Oh, ouch!
Oh, here, let me help.
Reggie pulls down her panties and pats Ellen's butt.
Damn it! Damn you, Reginald Barlow! You keep this to yourself.
Yeah, right. No one will ever know.
And now we're on to Act 3. We're at a public radio station studio. Another whole year has gone by.
Welcome once again to Heart of the Arts, 30 minutes of the latest news and interviews with the artists who make our city tick in film, theater, television, and music. I'm your host, Monica Hart. On this morning's program, 3 subjects. I'll speak with performance artist Elsa Van Droga about her new installation at MoMA, in which she challenges museum goers to thumb wrestle with her in the nude. I assume that's her, not us in the nude, but we will find out. Then we'll discuss the phenomenon of rap opera with New York Times opera critic James Verdi Smythe and with rap composer Sergeant Stenk. But first, it's my pleasure to welcome 3 people who recently took New York by storm when their hit comedy, I Need a Nurse, transferred to Broadway. You've laughed at him in comedy clubs and on his TV stand-up specials. He's the comedian turned star and co-author of I Need a Nurse. Here with me now is Reggie Barlow. Alongside him is his co-author and the director of Nurse, Randy Solly Solomon. And completing this trio is British actress and longtime Broadway and West End favorite, Ruth Ogden, who plays Reggie's wife. Thank you all for joining me today on Heart of the Arts.
It's a pleasure, Monica. It's nice to be find myself behind a mic when I don't have to tell jokes.
Perhaps, but you're also very funny without a mic in your play.
Yes, well, he may not need a mic, but he does need a Solly.
Or at least one doesn't hurt.
Oh, thanks for the faint praise, old friend.
Good morning, Monica. I'm here too, and pleased to be.
Yes, indeed. Good morning to you too, Ruth. I'll bring you into the conversation in just a bit, I promise. But first, I'd like to start by asking Reggie how he feels about playing for theater audiences as opposed to audiences in comedy clubs?
Thanks for starting me off with an easy question, Monica. I love comedy club audiences. When I'm on, they laugh like crazy, and they really let me know it when I'm off. American theater audiences think they're more sophisticated, but what they are is much less discriminating. They laugh at any stupid thing. They pay more to get in, so maybe they have a vested interest in finding something funny. Damned if I know. And they routinely give standing ovations at the end. What's that all about? Pavlov had to work hard to get his dogs to salivate. I'm not exactly Olivier, and they stand for me every night.
No argument there, Reg.
Perhaps a little argument? A tiff, say?
Nope, none.
Now, perhaps you or Solly could tell us where the idea for I Need a Nurse came from.
The title?
Oh, yes, the title too, but I meant the play itself.
I'll tackle the title part.
And throw it for a loss, no doubt.
See what I have to put up with?
You love it.
Beside the point, Reg. Anyway, the title relates to the action of the play in a few ways. Of course, Ruth's character, Ellen, is in a wheelchair, which is why a nurse is present in the first place. Reg and Sally, his writing partner, who's played by the hilarious Iris Glosser, by the way, both seem to need a nursemaid when you consider their childishness. And of course, Reg needs, or at least wants, a nurse for other more personal reasons.
Sex. For God's sake, say it, Solly. Sex. My wife's in a wheelchair and I'm trying to get laid. That's not exactly a spoiler, It's in the newspaper ads.
I was about to assure Solly not to worry because we aren't quite so prim and proper here on public radio anymore.
If I may, Monica, I can sum up where the play came from in a single word.
Really?
Yes, and that word is desperation.
Agreed. I was between jobs and Reg was going stir crazy between gigs that took him all over the country.
Oh, why stir crazy?
Well, to be honest, my wife was in a wheelchair after a pretty bad car accident. Oh, my real wife, that is.
And you were home taking care of her.
Well, yes and no. I was home. We had a series of nurses taking care of her.
So, then the play, as some people might suspect, is autobiographical.
Well, it was my first play.
Our first play.
Right. It was my first play, and everyone says, write what you know. I didn't think America was dying to see a play about a young 10-year-old boy obsessed with Manchester United.
Sounds like you made the right choice there.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I'll make it my second play. I could call it United We Fell.
Or maybe The Wrong Goal.
I like that, Ruth.
If it needs a little drama, I could always throw in my struggles with long division.
A coming-of-age play about a man who never came of age.
Hey, screw you. Write your own play next time.
Easier than dragging you through another one.
Boys, play nice.
Oh, we were just kidding.
Yes, he was just kidding.
Well, I'm serious anyway, about this question of drawing on your own life. In the play, your character has an affair with the nurse. In real life, you married a woman who was your wife's nurse. So it seems fair to ask whether the affair is autobiographical.
Does it? Because it doesn't feel fair.
Really? Now I'm a bit surprised.
My private life ought to remain private unless I choose to share it. Don't you think? And by the way, Monica, how's your sex life? Are you and your hubby still going at it a couple times a week?
Okay, so you're saying that I'm no more entitled to ask about your private life than you are to ask about mine, even though you have written a play in which you star as a man named Reggie, and which the parallels to your own life include a wife in a wheelchair, a partner with whom you are writing a play, and a nurse with whom you have feelings, to say the very least.
Well, when you put it that way, yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
So, this seems like a good time to bring Ruth into the conversation. I understand, Ruth, that you've known Reggie for a very long time.
Yes. When you know Reggie, even for a day, it's quite a long time.
Et tu, brunette?
And can I assume that you knew Reggie's first wife, Ellen?
Of course. We all met in London when Reggie was just starting out. I was starring in the comedy Noises Off in the West End, and Reg was a miserable drunk.
The miserable drunk in Noises Off? Which part is that?
Ba-da-bum.
He was in the play.
Yo, put her in a comedy and suddenly she's Joan Rivers.
Truth is, Reg was in the backstage crew. Oh, want to hear a funny story?
If she wanted to hear a funny story, she'd still be talking to me.
I'll ignore that.
Please do.
Okay, so when Reg first developed his comedy routines, he used a lot of physical stick. Soon after we met, I went to see him at this little club in Greenwich, where he did bits between the numbers of the house band. On this particular night, he had the idea to dress up like a woman and do a comic striptease. Reg gives the drummer a slow tempo and tells him to watch as he struts slowly around the stage. He tells the drummer, each time I give a hand signal, you bring it up. The idea is that Reg will have to run faster and faster to keep up, and hilarity will ensue. He can get all the clothes off. He'll be running so fast, he'll fall on his face, and that'll end the bit. So he starts off by strutting around slowly, removing a long glove and tossing it into the wings. After about a minute, he gives the hand signal, but the band doesn't pick up the pace. They just get a bit louder. Reggie's frustrated, so in short order, he gives the hand signal again, a little longer this time in case the drummer hadn't seen it. Well, there's no change in tempo, but the band gets louder still. He is stripping and strutting at the same slow pace, only now he's starting to sweat. Well, pretty soon he's gesturing wildly because if the band doesn't pick up the pace soon, he'll not only have to keep undressing, but he'll have no way to finish the bit. Well, finally, it dawns on him that instead of faster, the band has been interpreting his every gesture as a signal to get louder. We're bringing up the volume rather than the tempo. And by that time, the band is really blasting the slow striptease music. Reggie's sweating like a pig. And the audience isn't laughing because a pudgy man shedding women's clothes at the pace of a funeral dirge, frankly, isn't very funny. Well, Reggie decides the hell with the hand signal. He'll just tell the band to speed up. But of course, they're playing as loud as they can by then. So he's screaming faster, faster, but they can't hear a word he's saying. Well, finally, he starts to walk faster and faster anyway, which obviously makes no sense to the audience. In the end, he removes his brassiere, throws it in the drummer's face, and races off the stage in his boxers. Absolute mortifying silence.
Oh God, I can just picture it.
Thanks ever so, Ruth. And I wondered why we had brought you along.
Now, on a more serious note.
Any note would be more serious than that.
Right. And now it's time for news and weather on the hour. We'll be back with my guests, Reggie Barlow, Ruth Ogden, and Randy Solomon from the hit Broadway comedy, I Need a Nurse, when Heart of the Arts with Monica Hart continues. Okay, we're off. Take 5. I think I hear nature calling. I gotta go to the can.
What the bloody hell was that?
What was what?
What was that idea of telling my story?
Beg pardon?
Beg forgiveness, more like.
You've lost me.
Oh, like hell I have. I've never told that stupid story about the striptease. It's embarrassing.
No, it's funny. It got a laugh in here, and I'd wager it got plenty more out there.
Oh, that's bollocks, and you know it. I'm the one who gets to decide whether to share it and when. It's my fucking story and my fucking life.
Really? That's rich.
What? It isn't mine?
Let me ask you a question. In the play, is the story about flashing Chris Rock on the boat true?
No.
It isn't. Is it based on the truth?
Sure, but so what?
How about the writing on the underpants? You actually did that?
Essentially, but again, so what?
You can't be that thick. You took your ex-wife's life, and after years of using it in your act, you put some of her most embarrassing moments on stage for all to see. But you can't believe I would dare to tell a story from your life? You, my good friend, have just placed your picture in the dictionary next to the word hypocrite. That's what.
It's different.
Is it? How?
Rubbish. My act and my play are fiction. That story is fact.
It's different because it's you.
Ha! Screw you.
Everything
Monica
okay?
with cans.
Is everything okay in here?
Absolutely.
Couldn't be better.
Yep.
Great. We'll be on again in 10 seconds.
Oh, do me a favor when we start, okay?
If I can.
Oh, just ask me about Ruth, the 2 stagehands, and the bubble bathtub full of whipped cream.
And we're back. You're listening to Heart of the Arts. I'm Monica Hart, and today's first guests are 3 very funny people from the hit Broadway show, I Need a Nurse. Co-author, director Randy Solomon, actress Ruth Ogden, and the co-author and star of the play, Reggie Barlow. Before the break, we were discussing the question of whether the author of a seemingly autobiographical play has ceded his right to privacy. Before we continue, I believe we have a caller with a very relevant question. Ellen from Manhattan, are you there?
I certainly am, Monica, and thanks so much for taking my call.
Well, thank you for making it. What is your question?
I'd like to know what Reg's first wife had to say about the way she's portrayed in his play.
An interesting question. Reggie, how did your wife react while you were writing your play? And did she have any input? Because frankly, she doesn't come off as a very nice person.
I think your caller already knows the answer to her own question.
She does?
Oh, yes, he's right about that.
Hi, Ellen.
Hi, Sally. I bet Reggie would like you to answer the question for him.
What is going on here? Solly, do you know this caller?
I do, but not as well as Reggie does. Ellen from Manhattan is his ex-wife, Ellen Barlow.
Is that right, caller?
Oh, she's Ellen Barlow, all right. And no, she obviously didn't have any input.
He's got that right.
Now, Ellen, darling, have you even seen the play?
Oh, I saw it all right. And you made me a hypochondriac.
Oh, that was God, dear. I merely borrowed his truth for my play.
I was in that damn wheelchair for exactly 6 weeks, and the doctors had expected it to take me at least 8, as you well know.
Poetic license.
We had only one nurse, the current Mrs. Barlow, and worst of all, you made me a shrew.
Well, darling, if the shrew fits.
Hold on, you two. I didn't sign up to be a radio psychologist. But Ellen, are you taking this occasion to get even with your ex?
Oh no, Monica. I'm doing that in print. Simon and Schuster have agreed to publish my book. It's called My Marriage Was a Joke.
Can't disagree with that title. Fiction, is
Mm.
it?
Oh no, it's a memoir, and you haven't heard the subtitle yet.
And what is that?
The subtitle is Who's the Butt Now?
Well played. And apparently it's left your ex speechless. But that's all right, because our time to chat is up. Reggie Barlow, Randy Solomon, and Ruth Ogden, all from the Broadway hit comedy, I Need a Nurse. Thank you so much for joining me. And now,
Excuse me, Monica, may I say one more thing?
very quickly,
Sure. I just wanted to say you were right about me trying to get even with Reg. I lied about writing a book.
I knew it.
I'm writing a play.
Oh,
the end. Thank you for coming, everyone. Bye.
I don't know what anybody else is doing. I'm just leaving the meeting.